few weeks, I will be releasing a battery of videos on ballistic tests I conducted recently on Russian helmets. These tests would not have been possible without generous donations from viewers and support from my sponsors, like Commando Store, who largely funded these tests. Commando Store sells a lot of military surplus items of every kind, as well as cold weather meals. I did an in-depth video on these cold weather meals, and I've been very satisfied with them during my own adventures. See the link in the description. Unlike a couple of other YouTubers on this subject, each helmet I test is the genuine article. There will be no fiberglass replicas in any of these videos, and if you leave a comment below, I will enter you in a drawing to randomly receive one of the tested helmets, starting with this one. This is a titanium K6-3. I know it is an actual K6 because of the weight and the factory paperwork that it came with. It is in immaculate condition, and I can't help but feel a little guilt about the test at hand. But I can at least take some satisfaction in that I will be enabling the helmet to do what it was built to do. Some details on the helmet before I get started. It is protected by 3mm of titanium, as well as 1mm of internal airment. The visor is titanium with a polycarbonate glass window. The helmet is rated at GAUSS 2 standard. This means that it's rated to withstand steel core Tokarev bullets at 1400 feet per second. Each helmet will be tested with these weapons and rounds. 9mm FMJ from a Glock 17's 4-inch barrel as a benchmark, 357 jacketed hollow point from a GP100 revolver's 4-inch barrel to test for deformation, and 5.7 SS190 armor-piercing rounds out of a 5.7's 4.8-inch barrel. Years ago, I made this claim. The helmet is capable of stopping virtually every pistol round. At 2,000 feet per second, these special 5.7 bullets will really put that claim to the test, especially because the K6 has the same level of titanium and air mid protection that my Alton helmet does. These little bullets are the ultimate test for these helmets, and if any helmet survives the 5.7 armor-piercing rounds, then we'll finish them off using 5.45 from my AKSU's 8-inch barrel. Each pistol shot will be made from around 12 feet away, as if to strike at someone from across a room. Let's get started. The first round to be shot is the 9mm. The helmet should easily withstand these hits. A very flat hit glanced off of ease. It's a good thing that we were wearing eye protection though, because a huge chunk of the smashed round came back and struck my cameraman in the stomach. Fortunately, it didn't do any damage, but you can actually see the piece ricochet off the helmet if I slow down the film. No penetration and no deformation, and with my cameraman's heart rate slightly elevated, we move on to 357. Again, no penetration and very little deformation. Already, we've demonstrated the impressive protection that a K6 helmet offers. However, if you've ever seen a fake K6 PUBG helmet getting penetrated by either of these rounds, hit that subscribe button. Moving on to 5.7.
Shot.
Titanium has a low thermal conductivity and is known for producing sparks. The SS190 penetrator partially passed through the titanium shell and was stopped by the air mid layer at a fairly flat angle. This round was built mostly with soft armor in mind, and the effectiveness of a metal layer in a composite helmet becomes much more apparent in further testing, but I won't spoil anything yet. Let's just say the failure of the SS190 round to penetrate the K6-3 was not a fluke, and is a testament to the high level of protection that the K6 offers. Surviving the 5.7 round, the helmet continues to the final challenge. The idea of using a shorter AKSU is that with the shorter barrel, the reduced FPS of the rifle round will give the helmets a slightly higher chance to win, or at least simulate a normal rifle being shot at a greater distance than 12 feet. Finally, we have a penetration of the helmet. The 5.45 round clearly passes through and makes a small hole on the inside with a little bit of deformation. But we're not done yet. We still need to test the helmet's visor. The metal portion shrugs off 3 9mm rounds easy enough, but the glass dies to a single hit from my cameraman's M&P. The glass on this visor is only rated for Gauss 1, that is 9x18 rounds, and shrapnel, but I couldn't resist. I might make a follow-up test if I'm able to get another K6 visor and test with weaker rounds. I also neglected to test 5.7 on the metal portion of the visor. It doesn't have an air mid layer behind it, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have penetrated anyway. If you want to find out why I think that, keep watching this channel for future armor testing. I expect to have a new video up every week for the next few months. These videos are quite expensive, and I give a warm thanks to all my Patreon donators that enable me to survive off of what I do here. If you'd like to skip ahead and see the data from the rest of the helmet tests before the videos are released, donate to me on Patreon, where there is a spreadsheet that shows the results. Overall, I would trust the K6 helmet and by extension my own Alton helmet with my life. The performance of this helmet is even more impressive when you remember the Soviets had this level of protection since the start of the 80s. If you'd like to know more, check out my Chapter 1 video on the first Soviet titanium helmets. Thank you, and goodbye.